Good morning friends, welcome to Raj Malhotra IAS. So guys, here we are about to start the session. Just give me a minute, I am going to upload the PDF for today's session. Ajay, Ram, Abhinay, Vicky, Pooja, Anu, Vasu, Sunana, good morning. So let's start this session. Let's see what exactly is there for us. The PDF has already been uploaded for today's session. Okay. So as you can see on the screen, we have these words. Integrity without knowledge is weak and useless, and knowledge without integrity is dangerous and dreadful. Knowledge without integrity is dangerous and dreadful. Okay. Now, first of all, you need to understand one thing. This has been taken from your mains 2014 GS paper 4. These are the words of Samuel Johnson. The point is this what this particular statement is saying. This statement is saying that integrity is one of the important attribute of a bureaucrat. That this is what is expected from a bureaucrat. That bureaucrat should have integrity. Bureaucrats should have integrity. Okay, पहले चीज बिल्कुल क्लियर होनी चाहिए. Other point is that like if the integrity is missing, suppose if this integrity is missing, how it is going to be dangerous? As this integrity is missing, it means that there are chances that officer may end up in corruption. That officer will use the position for his own benefits, पर्सनल बेनिफिट्स के लिए उसका इस्तेमाल होगा. This is what is not desirable in bureaucracy, because at the end of the day, if you look into civil services and other things, bureaucracy, they are for the people. There are crores of people in this country who are dependent on bureaucrats. बहुत सी जनता इस देश में ब्यूरोक्रेट्स के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है. एंड इफ ब्यूरोक्रेसी इज समहाउ not live up to the expectation or is not living up to the expectation, definitely it is the poor section of the society which is going to pay the price. So गरीब जनता के ऊपर सबसे बुरा असर इस चीज का पड़ता है. So this is what should be known to us. तो ये चीज हमें थोड़ी सी क्लियर होनी चाहिए दैट गरीब जनता के ऊपर सबसे बुरा असर इन चीजों का पड़ता है. नाउ what should be done to bring integrity into individual? See, integrity cannot be added as a trait, as a personality in just some weeks or 1 or 2 days. ये evolutionary process है. How the upbringing of that person has been in the past, all those things are important. So it is important that in our system we need to recruit those individuals who are having integrity. तो जिनमें इंटीग्रिटी हो, आप उन्हीं लोगों को रिक्रूट करो. This is one point. This is one point. Other point is that okay fine, recruitment उनका कर लो जिनमें integrity हो. The existing staff, there are some activities which can be followed with the existing staff, and that is also going to be helpful to imbibe integrity. वो भी help करता है integrity को imbibe करने में. So all those things have to be looked upon. All those things have to be looked upon. First of all, please, you can say, recruit the right set of people. If you are recruiting people with sane mindset, people who want to do something for the country, who want to serve the poor section of the society, आप लोग उन्हीं को ही recruit करो. That's the best solution. That is going to be the best solution. वो best solution है इस चीज का. So this is what has been mentioned here. This is what has been mentioned here. So let's move to the major section here. Main section पे चलते हैं, देखते हैं क्या है आज की अखबार में. Okay, so here we have this particular news in front of you. So GST collection jumped 44% to almost 1.41 lakh in May. Okay, so increase, definitely it's a good thing, and good in the sense that this is showing that Indian economy is reviving. Okay, Indian economy is really on a right track, and in couple of months we will bounce back. Whatever slowdown that is there, it will be really very good. Now there are experts which are pointing towards few things. They are saying that at present Indian economy is really going to be a टॉर्च बियरर ऑफ ग्रोथ. इंडियन इकोनॉमी ग्लोबल ग्रोथ के अंदर मेजर रोल प्ले करेगा. ओके, एंड व्हाई आर दे सेइंग दिस? So they have the factual information. They said that European Union, it has been impacted by यूक्रेन रशिया वॉर. ओके, यूक्रेन रशिया का वॉर यहाँ पे चल रहा है, तो यूरोपियन यूनियन इज मेजरली impacted. Their growth rate will go down. Already they are planning to stop import of oil from Russia. So it means that they will be importing the costly oil. वहाँ पे oil वो costly import करेंगे. Okay, so that's the point. That's the point. Now apart from that ये आपका यूरोपियन यूनियन का हाल हो गया. यू टेक एग्जाम्पल ऑफ चाइना. नाउ चाइना ऑलरेडी इज अंडर लॉकडाउन. चाइना के अंदर लॉकडाउन लगा है, एंड दैट लॉकडाउन इज ऑफ अ मेजर टाइप. बहुत जबरदस्त तरीके का लॉकडाउन लगता है, स्ट्रिक्ट लॉकडाउन है. सो दे विल ऑल्सो हैव स्लोनेस इन देयर इकोनॉमी. उनकी इकोनॉमी भी थोड़ी जो है वो वीक हो जाएगी. Apart from that, as you can see with these developments, US economy might also be impacted. Okay, US economy भी impact होगा. So with all these things, it is important that at present the whole world is recognizing what India is doing and what is the potential that India has. So this is the right time that we can bring some of the reforms, as it is going to help us attract good investment. अच्छा खासा investment हमारे यहाँ पे आएगा. Okay, so this is the overall scenario. Other than that, there is nothing. Okay, again this is what it is. It is about 1.4 lakh. This is what we have been able to collect. 1.4 lakh crore we have been able to collect as GST, and it's a good thing. Okay, it's a good thing. This is what they are pointing towards. Now we'll move to the next part. Next we will be discussing the editorial part here. सीधा editorial पे आएंगे. And before moving to editorial, there was one news which I wanted to discuss with you. Okay, it was regarding something. Okay, so this is what it was. So pan striking Pandit staffers firm on leaving Valley. Now this is what we don't want. This is what we don't want, and this is what terrorists they are trying to do. So terrorists are targeting the non-Muslims, okay, because they want to prove a point that Hindus and Muslims cannot live together. This is what they want to prove. So if Hindus they start settling in Kashmir region, definitely in some of the time, in some years, peace will prevail. Okay, and it will be a good gesture that Hindus will be able to live at peace in Muslim majority area, and this is what the idea of India is. दिस इज व्हाट इंडियाज सेक्युलरिज्म टॉक्स अबाउट। ये है हमारे इंडिया का सेक्युलरिज्म, ओके। बट here terrorists are trying to destroy that, and this is what they are doing, definitely with the help of fear in the minds of people। लोगों के दिमाग में डर पैदा करना चाहते हैं। So we'll move to the next part. Now they're saying a case for community oriented health service, okay। So they are pointing towards few things related to ASHA। Now as you can see, the full form is accredited social health activist, okay, accredited social health activists, and they have played a significant role even in our fight against corona. ASHA workers were really very effective. So this is what this editorial is talking about. It is saying that whatever challenges those ASHA workers are facing, we should try to resolve the issues, okay। So जो उनकी problem है उनको resolve करने की ज़रूरत है यहाँ पे। And recently the ASHA volunteers, they have been given WHO Global Health Leader Award 2022, okay। So this is a pre-related information that you have to keep in your mind। So Global Health Leaders Award was given by WHO to ASHA workers, and there were other awardees as well। Those might not be important, बाकी important नहीं है। And definitely they were celebrating what ASHA workers did during the COVID-19, how they handled the COVID-19, it was regarding that, okay। काफ़ी अच्छा performance था। And they said that ASHA workers, they made an extraordinary contribution, definitely, not only just in COVID-19 fight, there are other issues as well that are there in our society। So you had maternal and child health issues, okay, and there also ASHA workers are working, they are working to help patients of hypertension, diabetes, TB, both in rural and in urban areas, and in this way they have played outstanding role, okay, outstanding role in multiple activities। Now, India launched ASHA program in 2005-6 as part of National Rural Health Mission, but over the years, what has happened? It has also been stretched to the urban areas। ये urban areas में भी हमने stretch इसे कर दिया है, okay। Now this is what you should know related to prelims। prelims से related थोड़ा याद रखना है सब, ठीक है। So things are moving in 5 direction, but you can easily figure it out, they are overburdened, okay। काफी ज्यादा overburden है उनके ऊपर। This is what it is, this is what it is। So one thing is that you have to enhance the capacity, recruit more people, this is what can be done। ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोग आशा वर्कर बनेंगे, so definitely like the major burden can be handled by multiple people। Now there are some facts which you should know, okay, and these facts are important for your prelims। आपके prelims के point of view से ये important है। So in 1975 WHO monograph titled Health by People, and then at International Conference on Primary Health Care in Alma Ata, there was decision that was taken, and that decision was regarding hiring community health volunteers, okay, hiring community health volunteers। This is what was the idea। Now what happened when this was introduced, okay, in India, before this ASHA program, we had mitanin, mitanin, which means female friend in Chhattisgarh। So this was launched in Chhattisgarh। So it means that even prior to ASHA, there was some initiative at the state level which was taken, and in this way, we progressed with ASHA worker idea in the whole of India। तो ये पूरे इंडिया में आ गया था। Now the point is that the problems that they are facing, the prime reason is lack of political will। So see, whenever you are writing a UPSC answer, जब भी आप UPSC का कोई आंसर लिखेंगे, okay, one of the solution to every problem is political will, because till the time you don't have political will, nothing can be done। तो ये आप किसी भी टाइप का क्वेश्चन उठा के देख लो, political will is the most significant entity and it should be known to you। Each and every answer of your UPSC can be, means this particular point can be added regarding political will। Now ASHA worker, the basic idea was that these ASHA workers, they will have community connect, community से जुड़े हुए होंगे, okay, and this is the reason why ASHA workers, they are selected by involving the key village stakeholders। तो villagers जो community members हैं, they are also participating in the selection of ASHA workers. And the preference is that those who are selected, they come from the same village, because as a person is having a link in the village, they know lot of people. आपकी connectivity तो already अच्छी हो जाती है, आपकी connectivity तो already अच्छी हो जाती है. Okay, that's the point. That's the point. Now, other things that have been added, that they are called volunteers. Okay, उनको volunteers बोला जाता है. That is, there is also a reason to that. There is also a reason to that, because it shows that they are willfully participating. उनकी खुद की इच्छा से वो इस हेल्थ इश्यूज को रिजॉल्व करने में गवर्नमेंट की हेल्प कर रहे हैं. एंड अदर थिंग इज दैट, like, they are given performance based incentive, but problem is that this is not done. performance based incentive के नाम पे मजाक बन गया है. And their salary is already very less. बहुत ही कम सैलरी मिलती है. So all these issues have to be resolved. If we seriously want that ASHA worker scheme should perform for us, हमारी problems को solve करे, तो this is what we have to do. Now, when you talk about partnership and hurdles that we are facing, okay, one of the best step that has been taken by the government is that linking ASHA with Anganwadi workers and auxiliary nurse midwife. Okay, so they are also the other entities which are active to fight against medical issues that we face. Okay, and linking ASHA with them is really very important, because already Anganwadi workers, auxiliary nurse, midwife, they also have some network, and in this way ASHA workers can definitely learn from them and also get the connect. जो connection चाहिए वो मिल जाएगा यहाँ पर. So this is how it is. Then ASHA mentoring groups have been formed. So mentoring चल रही है इनकी, that okay, there should be a proper guide to ASHA workers which are field of officials. ये field पे काम कर रही होती हैं ASHA workers, field volunteers. Now, right now their linkage with the two existing health and nutrition scheme functionaries, Anganwadi worker and auxiliary nurse wife, as well as with panchayat representative and influential community members at the village level, was facilitated. So this linkage was facilitated and it's a really welcome linkage. जितने भी प्रोग्राम्स हैं उनको मर्ज करके लिंक करके आप बेहतर कर सकते हो. You will be able to use your human resource in a better way. Okay, out of these, ASHA are the only ones who do not have fixed salary and neither they have the career progression. Okay, ना तो promotion का कोई scope है, ना salary fixed है. And whatever performance based incentives that are supplemented, that is supplemented with the fixed amount. तो एक fixed amount देने की बात की जाती है, मजाक बन जाता है incentive based remuneration का. Fixed incentives are given to them. So all these problems are existing. So that's why they are saying that this is the time, as global recognition for ASHA workers have been done for their effort in COVID-19. इसको as a मौका लीजिए and make sure that you try to reform the system. So first they are saying that we have to work upon the remuneration for them. पैसे का अच्छा पैसा उनको देना चाहिए. Salaries should be revised regularly. Okay, because they do lot of hard work. Second is that we need to have institutional mechanism to enhance the capacity of ASHA workers. कि इनकी capacity को improve करें. You have to provide them new skills, teachings. That is what has to be done. You have to provide them with new skills, teachings. ये सारी चीजें आपको करने की जरूरत है. Okay. Now let's move to next particular editorial. Next editorial is pointing towards challenge of reforming death penalty. Okay, see, the problem with this particular death sentences is that there is arbitrariness. Okay, no doubt Supreme Court has said that, like, it came out with rarest of the rare doctrine. Okay, rarest of the rare doctrine. But the problem with this doctrine is this: it adds up to arbitrariness, because which case will fall under the rarest of the rare category, it is still left to the court to decide. So ये सबसे बड़ी समस्या यहाँ पे नजर आती है. Now they are saying that lower courts must comply with the Supreme Court decision in Manoj. This is the name of the case. Okay. So this is what they are pointing towards, that this is an intense and persistent crisis, because not having a mechanism that on what rational basis, on what objective basis you are deciding that which person should be given the capital punishment, means death penalty, and which should not, किसको डेथ पेनल्टी मिलनी चाहिए, किसको नहीं मिलनी चाहिए, ये चीज डिसाइड करने में सबसे बड़ी समस्या नजर आती है. ओके, सो दिस इज वन ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम. This is one of the problem. Now you need to understand one thing. The constitutionality of death penalty was upheld in 1918 Bachchan Singh versus State of Punjab case. What does this mean? It means that death penalty is constitutional. There is no doubt about it. आपकी डेथ पेनल्टी जो है वो वैसे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल है, उसको कोई डाउट नहीं है. Since Bachchan Singh, there have been disagreement on which cases warrant the imposition of death penalty. प्रॉब्लम ये कि किस में केस में डेथ पेनल्टी लगाएं, किस में ना लगाएं. Other than that, if you look into the Supreme Court judgment, which says that you have to look into the circumstances as well. सिर्फ एक्ट मत देखो, उसके ओवरऑल सर्कमस्टांसेस को देखो, क्रिमिनल जो है. ओके, सो दिस इज व्हाट लेड टू द मेजर रिफॉर्म. ओके, one point is this: majority of prisoners, they are poor, they don't have quality legal representation. काफी जनता गरीब होती है, उनके पास quality legal representation नहीं होती है. ओके, सो फर्स्ट थिंग इज दैट यू हैव टू इम्प्रूव दैट. उसको इम्प्रूव करना जरूरी है, ठीक है ना. यू हैव टू इम्प्रूव दैट. Another point is this: as a result, while very little attempt is made to collect sentencing information, बहुत ही कम एफर्ट यहाँ पे मारा जाता है. Now it is important that we need to have some procedural fairness. कुछ procedural fairness यहाँ पे होनी चाहिए, that on what rational basis the judges of Supreme Court, they are deciding that which case should fall under rarest of the rare. Okay, another point is this: the judges are saying that sometimes information might not be available. कभी कभी information available ना हो, and here this capital punishment is a, you can say, मैटर ऑफ लाइफ एंड डेथ. ये तो मैटर ऑफ लाइफ एंड डेथ है. सो दिस इज व्हाट द कोर्ट इज सेइंग, वी नीड टू डिवाइस सम मैकेनिज्म सो दैट द प्रायर इंफॉर्मेशन इज अवेलेबल. सारी इंफॉर्मेशन पहले हो ताकि अच्छे से रैशनैलिटी के साथ डिसीजन लिया जा सके. फर्स्ट दे आर सेइंग दैट वी हैव टू शिफ्ट टुवर्ड्स एविडेंस बेस्ड इंक्वायरी. ओके, सो एविडेंस बेस्ड इंक्वायरी आप लेके आइए. So it means that you have to produce the evidence that based on that evidence the decision should be taken, which might minimize the arbitrariness. थोड़ी बहुत arbitrariness कम हो जाएगी, सारी नहीं होगी. Okay. Second, it is saying that like expand the scope of mitigating factors by calling for reports that bring forth pre-offense details such as socio-economic, education and family background and other details. तो ये सारी डिटेल जो है वो पहले ही अवेलेबल होनी चाहिए. Based on all these details, considering all these circumstances and factors, the court should come out with the decision. This is what they have said. ये चीजें ध्यान रखनी है, ठीक है ना. फर्स्ट थिंग इज दैट इट इज वेरी मच कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल, उसको लेकर डाउट नहीं होना चाहिए, बिल्कुल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल है. So other than that, there is nothing on this particular page. We'll move to the next part. So European Union's ban on Russian oil. So this is what European Union is planning. So already they are reducing their dependence on Russia, and 90% के round तक they are going to reduce. Okay, so this is what the scenario is. This is what the scenario is. Now the point is this: European Union wants massive blockage or massive, you can say, sanctions on Russia, and they want to stop their import from Russia. Now the point is this all development, it depends upon countries like India. The idea is that like at present India is buying oil. Okay, India is buying oil. The point is that we have our own concern. The prices of oil is at $122 per barrel. We definitely cannot afford, we can't afford. So as we can't afford, definitely if we are getting चीप ऑयल फ्रॉम रशिया, अगर हमें सस्ता ऑयल रशिया से मिल रहा है तो हम वो लेते रहेंगे. ओके, so this is the whole angle, this is the whole angle, that we should be guided by our own national interest, and our own national interest says that we have to care about our own economic security. तो ये जो यूरोपियन यूनियन सैंक्शंस लगा रहे हैं या बैन लगा रहे हैं इंपोर्ट का, दिस विल बी इफेक्टिव इफ अदर्स ऑल्सो स्टॉप बाइंग ऑयल. अगर बाकी कंट्रीज भी ऑयल लेना बंद कर दे, देन ओनली इट विल बी इफेक्टिव. सो इफ यूरोप इज बाइंग ऑयल एंड टुमारो द न्यूज विल कम दैट पंजाब एंड हरियाणा दे ऑल्सो बैक्ड आउट, सो इट कैन एंड अप एज अ मेजर सिक्योरिटी इशू, मेजर कंसर्न. ये हमारे लिए एक बहुत बड़ा कंसर्न हो जाएगा. ठीक है ना, तो ये चीज समझना है. So we'll move to the next part. So how Indus Treaty was signed. Okay. See, I would like to tell you this thing. This Indus Treaty was signed in 1960. It was mediated by World Bank. Okay. Nehru ji सब घूमने गए थे and this signature was done in Karachi. तो कराची में signature हुए थे and Nehru ji he went to Pakistan for this particular treaty. Now this treaty is existing and they have been able to sustain 1965 war, 1971 war, 1999 war. Okay, apart from that, terrorism. So that's the significant point we have to understand. ये ट्रीटी से हम इन चीज़ों को सरवाइव कर पाए हैं, ये ट्रीटी इन चीज़ों को सरवाइव कर पाई है, एंड इन दैट सिनेरियो दिस ट्रीटी इज रियली अ होप. Okay, that in future India and Pakistan they can resolve their issue. So as per this particular treaty, Indus, Chenab, Jhelum. Okay, so water from Indus, Chenab, Jhelum, it is to be used by Pakistan, whereas Satluj, Ravi, Beas, Satluj, Ravi, Beas, the water has to be used by India. तो इंडिया को ये पानी मिला है और पाकिस्तान को इंडस, चेनाब और झेलम का पानी मिला है. सो दिस इज व्हाट इट इज. दिस ट्रीटी इज स्टिल एक्टिव एंड वी हैव बीन एबल टू, यू कैन से, सस्टेन. अभी तक एक्टिव है और हम सस्टेन भी कर पाए हैं. ठीक है ना. सो दिस इज व्हाट इट वाज. यही चीज़ भी यहाँ पे बताई गई थी. अदर देन दैट देयर इज नथिंग मच, कुछ खास नहीं है यहाँ पे. ओके, सो अंडरस्टैंडिंग द गन कंट्रोल लेजिस्लेशन ऑफ डिफरेंट कंट्रीज. Now in US there were shooting that was reported. The problem with this is that it is very easy to get a gun license in United States. बहुत ही आसान है वहाँ पे. So you should be knowing this. The second amendment of the US Constitution, which states that the right of the people to keep arms, bear arms, shall not be infringed. तो वो कह रहे हैं कि जनता का यहाँ पे हक है कि वो हथियार खरीद सकता है. तो यूएस में खरीद सकते हैं, इंडिया में नहीं खरीद सकते, बिकॉज थिंग्स आर रिस्ट्रिक्टेड. ओके, सो दे हैव देयर ओन सिस्टम. लाइकवाइज न्यूजीलैंड, जापान, कनाडा, दे हैव देयर ओन सिस्टम. सब जगह सिस्टम अलग है. एंड इन इंडिया ऑल्सो वी हैव आवर ओन सिस्टम, एंड इट इज़ वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू गेट लाइसेंस इन इंडिया. बट इलीगल आर्म्स, इफ यू टॉक अबाउट, इंडिया के अंदर इलीगल आर्म्स बहुत है. वी नो दिस. ओके, कानपुर के कट्टे मिलते हैं, तो वी नो दैट पर्टिकुलर फैक्ट. बहुत ही ईजीली और सस्ते में मिल जाते हैं. सो व्हाट इट वाज, अदर देन दैट देयर इज नथिंग मच. ऑन दिस पेज एज वेल देयर वाज नथिंग मच. ओके, सो इंडिया आई लव इज मल्टीकल्चरल, स्पिरिचुअल. दिस इज व्हाट जर्मन एनवॉय इज सेइंग. सो ही इज सेइंग दैट डेफिनेटली दे आर लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू कट द इम्पोर्ट फ्रॉम रशिया से जैसे कैसे करके इम्पोर्ट कम किया जाए. Then only the people of Russia, they will feel the pressure, and accordingly Putin might feel the pressure. Putin को तभी मजा आएगा, तभी वो pressure feel करेगा. Okay, by that time things are going to be remained like this. So this is what it is. This is what they are exploring. Other than that there is nothing much, कुछ खास नहीं है यहाँ पे. Okay, so we'll move to the next part. Here as well there is nothing much. So here we are moving to international page. It is saying that May manufacturing PMI at sustained rebound. Okay, so it's a good development. It's a good development. If this happens, it means that you will be able to provide jobs to the people. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों को आप नौकरियां दे पाओगे. Okay, so because manufacturing is labor intensive. Manufacturing जो होती है वो labor intensive होती है. So this is what the whole picture is about. This is what we have in this particular session. So that's it for the day then. Thank you very much.